Avatar. This is the last time I remember seeing a movie in the movie theater and like leaving the theater coming out of a roller coaster or something. It was really good. I mean, it wasn't a movie, right? I mean, anything with unobtainium isn't like in it isn't a movie. But it was the last time I went to see a movie in a theater and like remember leaving the theater going, wow, that was just such an awesome ride, you know, and it's so subversive. It's secretly subversive. You have the entire audience rooting for the aliens against their own species. I mean, it's like a worldwide phenomenon, and it's made so much money, and it's literally the most quietly subversive film on the planet to ever be made, and nobody even realizes it. Like, not even Quentin Tarantino. I also feel like it came out way before 2009, especially the end of 2009. I feel like this movie came out like way before then. I feel like somebody's messing with the timeline and seriously stopped going back in time and changing shit. So Avatar opens like any James Cameron film with the establishing shot and a lot of exposition. Every word out of Giovanni Ribisi's mouth is expository. Every single word. And we soon learn from his mouth that we're on a distant planet. And here there are deposits of the rarest element in the known universe, unobtainium. And I mean, when I saw this in the movie theater, I was just so distracted by the fact that they didn't even try with that. I mean, like, unobtainium, seriously, like, you're holding a piece of it. Like, you've obtained it. It is obtainable. It's just lazy writing. It just feels lazy as hell. Anyway, in order to obtain the unobtainium from the natives, the hostile natives, whose village happens to be right on top of the biggest deposit of unobtainium within 200 kilometers, in the future, people have unlimited resources, and they've decided to spend many years and billions of dollars creating these crossbred organic RC robots by combining the DNA of the native peoples and human DNA so that they can control the organic creature like a RC car, and they try to blend in with the natives. And one of the RC controllers dies, right? And it turns out he has a twin brother. This paraplegic former Marine guy is recruited to drive the RC car. Since they have identical DNA, it should work, but they're not sure. It works, and soon he's quite capable of operating the RC robot, running around, and really enjoying not being paraplegic anymore. He gets recruited by the Marine boss on base to work as a double agent, gathering intel on the natives for an invasion in case they refuse to leave their home, so the lazy humans can destroy their community. On a science mission with Ripley, he gets lost in the woods by himself and is happened upon by a native who, seeing a sign from their spiritual tree, takes pity on him and doesn't kill him, but instead follows him around and watches him fail at survival. He takes a stick and he puts it in something that looks like honey. And I'm just like, what makes you think that that's flammable? Like, what in the experience of all this noise is making you think that that is flammable right now, bro? But luckily for him, it is flammable. And he uses the torch to fend off the gathered hyena-type creatures that are about to eat him. And then he's saved by a native female who takes him. So the girl sees him about to get eaten by the dogs, and then she has to save him. She ends up killing them all and saving him, and he's like, oh, thank you so much. And she's just like, you suck. I shouldn't have had to kill these creatures. You're a baby. You don't know how to take care of yourself. She takes him back to the secret society because the tree intervenes again from, sending him back to home base because he's an ignorant baby and not in tune with nature, and inspires her to take him back to the others in her tribe. And then we learn she is the princess, and she is betrothed to the next leader of the tribe and will serve as the tribe's next shaman after her mother is done. Her mother decides that there is something worth exploring in the marine avatar, so forces her daughter to teach him the ways of the Na'vi, the native people. But he's gathering information on how to take out these people. He's learning about it. I mean, it's disgusting. It's terrible. He's terrible. He's a terrible human. How anybody could do that is just gross. In an effort to get out from under the military sensibilities of the rest of the base, Sigourney Weaver takes the crew of the RC pilots to the floating mountains of Pandora. I really like Michelle Rodriguez as the pilot. It's really good casting. She's really well suited to the role. She's very, very much like the tough guy Latina from Aliens, but more feminine. I also like the nerd guy. I thought the first movie he was ever in was Grandma's Boy. That's what I thought. I mean, that's the first movie I ever saw him in. Remember seeing him in. I mean, he's great in that. Oh, God, he's so good in that. You think, oh, my God, I'm in this James Cameron movie. Like, my path is gold. Like, I'm going to be in so many movies. It's going to be awesome. And then, like, the dude isn't even on some random stoned actor's radar until Grandma's Boy. Like, what? So I don't like the main Marine guy in it. Sam Worthington, I don't think he's a good actor. At least not in this. He's got a fake-ass American accent. His head is shaved, which is fine for this, but then he goes on to be in like Clash of the Titans with a shaved ass head, and you didn't have shaved heads back then unless you had lice or some shit. I mean, they could have put a fucking wig on him, right? I mean, what, he just doesn't want to wear a wig, right? Recast it. I don't know. He's not that good of an actor. Not to mention, this was a perfect opportunity for James Cameron to open up casting to actually disabled humans who are trained professional actors that actually do exist, and they deserve jobs, and they deserve to tell their own stories, instead of having some completely physically capable actor. So you have Sigourney Weaver walking into this obviously pressurized environment. I mean, they're going from wearing masks to not wearing masks inside, and then she's smoking a cigarette with open oxygen. Come on, she's not an idiot. She's a scientist. She wouldn't do that. Or she would smack the crap out of anybody doing that. I mean, putting all their lives in danger like that. I mean, what the actual hell? Is this movie just a metaphor for the Christian condition? Are we all just avatars and God is at the wheel or junk like that? You know, after spending months in a tribe, the dude is still a double agent sketchy. So, I mean, those are my issues with it. Not a lot of issues with it. It's still a good ride. It's still a good watch. For entertainment purposes, overall, I give Avatar 7 joints out of 10. It's very entertaining, quietly subversive. I mean, you have, like, when I first saw that movie, I remember being like, fuck those guys! Oh my god! Like, fuck those fucking people! Holy fucking shit, they fucking suck! Like, you know, if I had a time machine, I would go back to Jackson's time and give the Native Americans a Gatling guns. Like, all the Gatling guns. I would give them heavy artillery. You know what I'm saying? Like, white men have fucked this planet up. Look at it. Look at how out of touch with nature we are. You know? Like, we're pulling, like, old dead lizards out of the ground to run cars when we could. The first cars invented were electric. Had we been just doing electric cars all this time, we would have all kinds of awesome batteries. We would have had all this awesome stuff. We would have flying cars. But no. Those rich guys pulling dead dinosaurs out of the ground were making too much money, and they weren't having you stop it. So we need to get together and stop it. Seriously. This is nuts. I mean, these people think that they can take it with them. Right? Like, where are you taking it, dude? Like, they're not even leaving it to their kids. They're leaving it to, like, cats in a mansion or some corporation. It's disgusting, man. Like, you could pay your employees a living wage. People did that for the whole beginning of the country, right? Until, like, the stock market collapsed in 2029 or whatever. Like, people took care of each other in this country. And now it's just dog eat dog. It's like, if you can't survive, leave. So go see Avatar. I don't know what they're going to do with this new one. I mean, where can they go from there? It's called Avatar or something about water. So what are the solution to global warming is brought all the glaciers over and we're going to just drop them here? I'm going to watch the trailer. So Avatar 2 looks like it's going to be... Have to wait and see, I guess. I mean, it might be dated. Watch Avatar. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, you're probably 6.